Today we're going to be taking a look at 75415 Kylo Ren helmet. This set will be releasing on May 1st with 529 pieces and a retail price of $70 US. And dare I say, up until this point, I personally think this has been one of the most overdue LEGO Star Wars helmets. But regardless, this set is part of celebrating the 10th anniversary of The Force Awakens. Yes, that movie is 10 years old now. And this is actually something I forgot to mention with the midi-scale Kylo Ren command shuttle that I reviewed a few days ago. Both of these sets collectively are kind of supposed to be a mini celebration for the 10th anniversary of that movie. And if you guys watched my review on that command shuttle, you know I did not like that set at all, so hopefully the helmet is going to be a bit better, and based off this box art, I think it's going to be. And speaking of the box, on the back you're going to find another angle of the helmet, as well as some pictures at the bottom showing Kylo Ren in the movies, as well as the dimensions in the middle. And then opening up the box and digging in, on the inside you're going to find just 5 numbered bags, as well as your instruction manual, which on the first few pages is going to have some information about Kylo Ren with a quote, and some information about the set that you can pause and read if you want to. Now here's the actual model itself, and I think it looks good, but my opinions for it for the most part are kind of all over the place. But I guess first we'll take a look at the stand, where on the front you're going to have a little printed display plaque that says Kylo Ren, and then from there the stand itself is just the exact same stand design they've used on every other LEGO Star Wars helmet set, so there's nothing new to see here, but it's a good design and it's always worked. Now if you couldn't tell already, the face is really where you're going to find all of the detail and highlights of this set, and I think it looks pretty much perfect. They did an amazing job on the face, and not to mention that every single one of these pieces are printed. There are absolutely no stickers, so it was super fun and easy to put together, and it looks really good because there's really no risk for error if you're someone that's bad at putting on stickers like I am. And then also, of course, the shaping on the mouth guard and the shaping around the eye area looks amazing as well. Again, with just the front face alone, they really blew it out of the water. I'm super happy with how it looks. But the reason I said the front is where the only detail is because when you go to the back, there's really not much going on. It's just complete studs. And I mean, there's nothing really wrong with this. It's just that if you're wondering if there's any detail back here, there's not much to see besides studs. There's definitely some great shaping, but there's really nothing else going on. However, one issue I do kind of have with the back down here is that from some angles, it looks like the back gets kind of cut off too high. And what I mean by that is I think the back should just come down a bit further, maybe just 1 stud or 2 studs, because from certain angles, especially straight onto the build, it does look like the back just gets cut off a bit too high. I mean, I might be the only person that cares about this, but I thought it was worth pointing out. Now, another thing I want to mention with this set is that compared to some of the other helmets, especially ones that have released recently, it does look a tad bit small. And there's really nothing inherently wrong with this. I assume it's to scale with the other helmets. However, it's just a bit smaller, and it also has a significantly low piece count compared to the other ones, with only 529 pieces, actually making it the helmet with the second lowest piece count, just behind the Scout Trooper, while most of the other ones, especially these two I'm showing here, have over 700. And again, there's something wrong with this. However, it does make me think this set could have been a bit cheaper. I really appreciate the consistency of having all these helmet sets retail for $70. However, this one is a little bit smaller and has a significantly lower piece count, so it really does make me think this could have been a bit cheaper at $60 instead of $70. But overall, I think for the most part it looks good, especially on the face. They did an amazing job, and I love how it has all printed pieces. If you're someone that's not really into helmets and you want to get one, I'd honestly recommend the AT-AT driver over this. However, if you're someone that does collect helmets, I think this is kind of a necessary addition to the collection just because it's Kylo Ren, and like I mentioned at the beginning, I do think this has been kind of overdue. Anyways though, I'm feeling a solid 8 out of 10 for this set. Let me know what you guys think about it down in the comments below. If you're new, please consider subscribing, and if you want to check out more of my videos, you see on the screen right now.